Hello everyone, today we are going to start a new topic in this tutorial video, which is stairs. So this is one of the very common terminologies or the common constructional structure that we see in our day-to-day life if we want to do a vertical movement in a building from one floor to another floor. So we are going to use one of the vertical means. It could be either stairs, escalators or lift. So that is one of the type which helps in the vertical movement in a building from one floor to another. So in this we will go through the only staircase, not the escalator or the lift. So basically what is stairs? That is briefly defined as a series of steps. As you can see here, these are the steps. So a stair is a series of steps which are arranged in such a manner as to connect different floors of a building. So these stairs are designed obviously to provide easy and quick access to different floors, and there is a difference between a stair and a staircase. So what is a staircase? So the apartment or a room of a building in which that stair is present, that is known as staircase. So these are the stairs and this whole area is known as staircase. That is case. Case means a place where you put certain thing. So if you are putting a stair in this case, that will be known as the stair case. As you use a briefcase, what is briefcase? In that briefcase you used to put your clothes and all the stuffs. That is a case. Similarly, if in a case stair is present, that will be staircase. Similarly, that opening or a space occupied that by that stair is known as stairway. This is the stairway. So that helps in the vertical movement from one floor to the another. So let us now just briefly look into some of the common terminology that we are going to use in the stairs. So we will now go through some of the quick technical terms that will help us to briefly understand the stairs. So this is one of the typical diagram of a stairs which shows a series of steps. This is the naval post, this is the string or flight, this is the these verticals columns are known as balusters, this is known as handrail, and these are the wall strings. This is the this vertical is said to be treads. Then we have risers, then we have these are the flight. This is flight 1, this is flight 2. That open space is known as well. This portion is known as landing or vendor. This is naval post. So these are some of the technical terms which are associated with the stairs. So just quickly we will just quickly go through the each and every terminology. We will start with the baluster. You can see here, this is the vertical part, that is baluster. This is handrail, this is the naval post, this is the soffit, that is the bottom portion of the stair. Next we have just a second. Next we have nosing. This is a step. Okay, on this step we used to place our foot. So that extra portion which comes out, that is the extra portion, that is known as nosing. Next we have scotia, that is the extra portion that is provided as a form of support below the nosing, that is scotia. Next we have a step. This is whole portion is known as step. We have rise, we have trend, we have going. So this portion is known as nosing. This is a scotia, this is the going, this is the rise, this is the trend. So tread is a portion on which we place our foot, that is tread. This is a riser, that is the vertical portion, and this is the rise. So there is a difference between a rise and a riser. Both rise and riser are not the same thing. This rise is the vertical distance between both of these trend. That distance could be either in centimeter, let's say 5 centimeter, that is rise. And if we are saying a riser, then this structure is known as riser. So there is a difference between riser and a rise. Next we have flight. This is flight 1, flight 2, flight 3, and we have landing, the place where we basically land our that is a intermediator between the two flights. Next we have headroom, pitch, slope, riser, line of nosing, winders, that is these are the taping steps which are provided for changing the direction of a stairs. Let's see this, just a second. This is the landing points or known as winder. This helps in changing the direction from one flight to another. That's why it is also known as winder also. So next we have string and stringer, and a combination of baluster and handrail is known as balustrade or barrister. We have walking line. So these are some of the terminology which are associated with the stairs that you must know if you are studying the staircase. Next we will basically classify the stairs into four categories. First is a straight stair, turning stair, circular stair, and geometrical stair. Okay. Next we will again further classify this turning stair into quarter turn, half turn, and three-quarter turn, and again we will classify this half turn into dog-legged and open navel or open wheel type of stair. Then we have circular and geometrical stair. Now let's see one by one each of them. If we are talking about a straight stair, that is the simplest type of stair that you will see, that will have one or at most two flights, which is having a landing space provided between both of these that will be basically in a shape of a straight line. So this is flight 1, this is flight 2, and this is a landing that is provided between both of these flight. So this type of stair is known as basically a straight stair. This is cross-sectional view, and this is a plan view. We are going from first, this is step 1 2 3 4 5 6 8, this is landing, and again we are going up. So this is the plan of this cross-sectional view of the stair, and these stairs are mostly used in residential building as well as in public buildings also, and could be used in an emergency condition. Next type of stair is turning stair. So the problem with this type of stair was that we are not taking any type of turn. This is the landing, we are not taking a turn from here. So in the turning type of stair, what we are going to do, we are just going to take a turn for either left or right from this place. So if that facility is provided by any type of stair, that will be known as a turning stair. Depending upon by how much angle we turn, they will be either quarter turn, half turn, or three-quarter turn of stair. So we will first go through the quarter turn. Quarter means 1/4, half means 2/4, and three-quarter means 3/4. So depending upon how much angle we turn, in this we are turning by 90 degree, in this we are turning by 180 degree, in this we are turning by 3/4. Okay, so depending upon what angle we are turning, either could be 270, 180, or 90 degree, we have categorized the turning stair into these three categories. So quickly going to the quarter turn stair. This type of stair is having only one right angle, means we are just moving by just a right angle, that is 90 degree. That is a quarter space landing over here, we are just moving and going there. So if we are providing a bifurcation over here, that is if we can go either left and right, then such type of stair is known as bifurcated stair. Okay, we are going up and we can either go left or right. So such type of a stair is known as bifurcated. Bi means two. Okay, this is known as bifurcated stairs, and such type of stairs are used in the quite commonly used in the residential type of the building. These are again examples of a quarter turn stair. You go up, this is flight 1, this is flight 2, this is a quarter landing, you are changing your direction by 90 degree. Okay, this is the plan view, and this is the actual view of the stairs. Next type of is half turn stair. Here you are taking a turn of 180 degree, here you are taking a turn of 90 degree, but in the case of half turn stair, you are going to take a turn of 180 degree. Let's see, the first type of is a dog-legged stair. So in this type of stair, you are going to take a turn of 180 degrees. So this is an example of a dog-legged stair. You will go up, this is the landing portion, and then again you will go up from this portion. So and the distance between both of these flights are negligible. Okay, so such type of step where you are taking a turn of 180 degree, this is 90 and this is again 90, so 90 plus 90, 180 degree. So this is an example of a dog-legged stairs. Here we have two flights. As you can see here, we having two flights, flight 1 and flight 2. Next, these are very commonly used in the, they are very convenient and commonly used. They can be made either of RCC or any timber like of materials. So this is the dog-legged stair. This is the cross-sectional view and this is the plan view. The distance between both of these flight is very negligible. We don't provide too much gap between both of these flight due to the constraint of the limited space that we have. So we don't provide too much space between both of these flight. The next type of stair is open navel type of stairs. So as you can see here, this is example of a dogleg stair. We don't provide enough space between both of these flight, but sometimes we do provide open well type of space between both of these flights. So all such type of the stairs comes under the open navel type of stairs, and this openings that we provide here, that could be of any shape, either could be rectangular, um, or it could also be in a form of circular also. That depends upon how we just want the open wheel to look like. It could also be in a form of this big rectangle, or it could also have multiple flights. In this case we are having a flight 1, flight 2 and flight 3, and this doesn't have an intermediate flight, but in that we have a wide landing over here. We will move up in this way. This is the landing, and then we will go to the next floor. In this case we have flight 1. This is the quarter landing. Again, this is the second flight. This helps in reaching this portion, and again we will take the third flight. So in both of these case we will move to the next floor, but in this case the difference is that this is the whole portion of landing, but in this case we have provided a flight over here such that it is landing 1, it is landing 2, and it is like this. Just wait a second. It's like this is flight 1, and then you will go, this is the landing over here, and then you will go up, and this is again a landing over here, and then you will again go up. So if certain kind of things are present, then that will come under the open or naval type of the structure. So again, seeing it could, the open space could be of any geometrical shape. It could be rectangular, it could be a circular, depending upon what type of availability of space we have. We can just have different types of the space as well as shape of the space between both of these flight. Next type of the stair is the 3/4 turn. In the 3/4 turn we are going to take 3 turns of 90, 90 and 90 degree. So if you are taking 3 turn, let's say we have started our journey from here 90 degree, this is flight 1, again we will go up, again we will go up, hence we have taken 3/4 turn 1, 2 and 3. So if certain type of the steps or stairs are present, then that will come under this 3/4 turn stair. Okay. That we have a 3 type, we have 3 landing 1, 2 and 3, hence we have taken 3 turn, 1 turn, 2 turn and 3 turn, 90, 90 and 90. So this is an again a 3D diagram of a 3/4 turn. We have moved our journey from here. This is flight 1, this is first landing, again we will go up. This is second landing, again we will go up, hence first, second and third. So this is an example of a quarter turning. Okay, we have gone up first, again we have gone up second, and again we have gone up. This is the third. Okay, this is the first, this is second, and again we'll go up. This is the third over here. So this is an example of a 3/4 type of the turning. Next is the circular type of the stair. That again depends upon the availability of the space and the type of look that we want to give in our staircase. That could be in a form of, the stair could be either in a form of circular shape. Let's see, this is a plan view. We have started our entry from here, step 1, step 2, again landing, step 2, 8, 9, 10, again landing. So depends upon how it with the availability of the space, we can just have such type of circular stairs, which can be made up of either stone or RCC, depending upon the availability of the material. Again, we can have a geometrical type of a structure, helical type of a structure of stairs, which have a structure of various shape and sizes, and they require no naval post at the intermediate points. Again, the handrails of this geometrical stairs, these are the handrails. They are continuous and they are not broken down at any point, and we have provided a rail over here. These are simply continuous and are smooth. But if you look into the structural point of view, they are weaker in comparison with the other naval type of stairs. Okay, So next and last slide is about the planning and the designing of the stairs. If you want to construct a certain type of stair, what are the planning and the designing that goes behind the scene of construction of any type of stair. So if we are in a large and multi-story building, it is usual to locate the lifts at a central pedestrian circulation point. Let's say, just wait a second, if we have drawn this type of staircase, that this is the open position, open space, so we can just have a lift at this uh, space. So that is, this point is trying to say that we can just have a lift at that point if it requires. Next, if there are lobbies in front of the lift shaft entrance, that must be designed and arranged. Similarly, if the building and its function indicate the basic type of lifts which need to be provided, and lifts are mechanical installation which is required to have a long surface life in comparison to the stairs. So there must be certain designing and planning that goes behind the actual scene of construction of any type of stairs. Okay, that's for this tutorial video. We will see again, I will see again you all in the next video. In that we will cover about the floors and various types of floors and its construction. Okay, thank you for watching.